Good evening. Welcome to In the North Bank. I am joined by the Braveheart, uh, our very own Mark. How's it going?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad. Yeah, glad all this nonsense in Europe and around the world is over. Just for now, get back to the real football.
Yeah, 100%, mate. I've missed it badly, honestly. There's something. See, when you watch Arsenal in the Premier League, Paul, and then you
Mm.
watch the standard of international football. It's just like, oh man, it's not
Ah,
good. It's not good, bro.
that's coming from a Scottish fan, but
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Well, whereas England just ripping up trees,
Oh,
players cashing checks. What I mean. It's lovely to see a nice nucleus of Arsenal in the English side. That's the only saving grace about Interlull week.
yeah.
There's bits and pieces that I love. I really love participation for Arsenal in the squad, but I don't want them anywhere near playing in those games. I just want to get them out. I just want to get the win after 2 minutes and just literally just get them on a plane back home and get ready for the next one. Uh, I get I get too nervous with that now. We've had so many bad moments. Internationals, horrible, horrible. Um, so yeah, um, we are previewing the game at the weekend. Um, Fulham away at that real old stadium. God, on the river, on the river. What are your thoughts going into it, Mark? Going back
Do you
in
know?
now.
Do you know what, Paul? Is see, there's two away games that I always feel apprehensive going into in a London derby. Um, and Fulham's one of them. This year is definitely going to be Crystal Palace away as well. But I don't know. It's just like the rest of the Premier League. I can feel confident, and I think that yeah, that's all good. But it's just something about that old stadium. As you say, it's like it's strange even watching them come out. It's like they've even got a tunnel and like, they're just at the side of the stands walking out onto the pitch. It's got a heritage in that, Paul, but it just all I don't enjoy the build up to Fulham away at all, mate. I never have. So I'm feeling nervous. I wouldn't say nervous, but apprehensive a bit.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I know we've only had God, what was it? 2023, wasn't it? We lost
Yeah,
2-1. That wasn't that Guimaraes as well? Was no, not Guimaraes. What was I say? What's his the bloody striker?
yeah, Jimenez,
Guimaraes, that's the one. Yeah,
Jimenez. Yeah, Jimenez.
yeah. He scored. Yeah,
Yeah,
he scored after. Yeah, Saka scored
yeah.
early on, and that was it. That well, no, that was our shock horror, wasn't it? It was New Year's Eve, wasn't it? And the worst game under Mikel Arteta.
Did we not
And
go through? Was that not when we went through a run? I think we went through a run of games where we didn't pick up like in about 3 games or that. We didn't pick up any points.
well, it's like
Or
that
were
that Christmas
draws. Or was
period.
it draws? Yeah.
We played West Ham at home between Christmas
Yeah.
and New Year. We had 32 shots on goal, and we lost 2-0. Um, yeah, and then went on to that game. And I said, look, you can lose a game, you could play well, but not take your chances. But
Yeah.
then we went to Craven Cottage that day. We started off really well, scored after about 4 or 5 minutes, and then all of a sudden we just kind of imploded. The players just stopped playing and just didn't start chasing for the ball. Didn't really carry it on. The game was there for the taking at that point on yeah on New Year's Eve, and that set the tone for that year. So it's just one of those. It's just a bit annoying. Really, that was a horrible game in memory. But that was our last loss.
I think it was Southampton was in that mix as well. I think it was Fulham, West Ham, and Southampton. The games that you would expect Arsenal to pick up 9 points, and we didn't get. I think.
Well, we had those moments, didn't we? It was always the 3-3s, wasn't it? Bournemouth and Southampton. So yeah, look, we've had these kind of games, and this is now the proof of the pudding. Now, I think for us is now after everyone else, the start of the season, how this start to the season would work out, how it would pan out. And not a lot of people were giving us that much credit, or are we going to get that many points? You know, just with the run, they're a little bit apprehensive again about how many points we'd get. So then come out of it, the other side, and suddenly say, look, we're top of the league. We're 2 points ahead of Liverpool, isn't it? It's
no,
two,
one,
isn't it?
One. No,
just one. All right.
Just one.
So long ago since I looked at the table. That's all right. I'll give that a go. Yeah, you're in this position, and you're suddenly thinking, well, look, we've now got a very winnable set of games. Yes, there are going to be banana skins. There are going to be little bumps in the road. But now we look at it and we think this is a real time now. So this next 4 weeks, there's so many games to be played. How important do you think this is going to be? This next period?
It's massive, Paul, because see for me, I think this is where Arsenal have lost the Premier League, and like we'll go on. When we say lost, I actually don't think that we should have been competing up until, and we spoke about it in the green room, but we'll obviously pop into that. But for me, it's these teams where we fail to win the Premier League. And you tried to say that on a podcast a few weeks ago to me. 14 draws last season, for instance. There was context behind it. But this is what makes me a bit apprehensive, is if we have aspirations of going on to win the Premier League, we have to be going to Fulham and beating them. We have to be going to like some of these teams and beating them. And Fulham is no easy trick, Paul. They take scalps. Man City have struggled there. Liverpool have struggled there. It's maybe like we're almost laughing at the ground and stuff, but I'm not laughing at it. It's good that it's one of the
not laughing at the ground.
No, but it's
romantic. Like I said, it's one of those old English grounds which there is a nice heritage to it and a bright
exactly
feel as well.
Yeah,
and right along the river as well.
Yeah, exactly. It's right on the river, isn't it? But it's that makes me apprehensive a bit, because it's like, Arsenal, please not this time, because we're too good. Please just get in there, get the 3 points, and then let's get out of there. And it's not going to be. Well, hopefully I will enjoy it, and Arsenal will be 3 up in the first 15 minutes, and I could sit and relax and enjoy the whole game. But it is just such a tricky place to go, Paul. And as I say, Fulham have done it to Cities, they've done it to Liverpool's, they've done it to Chelsea's, they've done it to Premier League teams there. But so yeah, it just sorry, I do apologise for that. Sorry, my colleague will take it. So yeah, I'm just that makes me a bit apprehensive.
Yeah, no, like I said, I look at it, I just think, yeah, there have been bad times over there. Well, no, I wouldn't say bad times. Like I said, I put that game on New Year's Eve as our worst performance. But then when you sandwich in the performance before, where we drew 2-2 at the start of the season, because obviously bearing in mind, obviously we played them twice in that first three or so months of the season. We drew last season as well. It's kind of just tinged with that kind of, all right, yeah, we just haven't got it done. We should have got the first one done. Now this is a test of character now, and a test for the actual the team themselves to actually get a performance worthy of showing what they are about this year, and that's what I feel about it.
Yeah, do you know what, Paul? I mean, the good thing is, I mean, we spoke again just behind in the green room before we came on, and it's a great feeling, like when your players are not coming back from international duty and they're injured, and that didn't seem to happen. So our players have came back from international duty, and I think most of them have actually scored while they've been away as well. So that'll do their confidence like an absolute world of good. They'll do their confidence a world of good, and yeah, we've got like. I actually think, and I'm going to put my chest up here. I think we've got the best squad. And I mean squad. If you take that on since possibly the Invincible period, in my eyes, this has been the best Arsenal squad as a whole since Invincibles. So I'm I'm apprehensive, but I'm just hoping that we can get over the line against Fulham.
Yeah, no, definitely. I just want to pop into. It's very cosmopolitan in the chat at the minute. There's a few characters in there. Talk Forest TV, evening guys. Hashtag Markin.
Yeah.
Mr. Tommy Mark out.
Tom Mark.
Emerson's in the chat. Evening, Paul and Mark. How you doing,
Big up,
Emerson?
Emerson.
Hope you're well. And you had me, Tom, Grandma Juice, Mark Lowell. What the hell?
Yeah, don't worry. Watch shots fired and you'll understand it.
Okay. Mr. Tom, hello everyone. We've got Brian also in the chat. So yeah, thank you all for coming in. If any questions, give us a shout and let us know. We'll try and answer. But yeah, going into, I released a blog earlier today, actually saying that about the game and just how it was. So it's quite nice to get back in and actually start speaking about it rather than just writing. But I'll tell you what, injuries been kind to both teams that I think over the grand scheme of things. I think obviously this season we've still had to deal with numerous players. Obviously Odegaard being the latest. Obviously still waiting on Kai Havertz, Madueke out long term. Jesus does look like he's getting back to fitness, but it does look like he's being primed to be sold in January. So does that mean he might get a couple of games just to kind of prove his kind of fitness towards that stage? I don't know, but yeah. That said, we've got around Hincape as well, who's been out as well with his own injury. Do you think is there any chance he could potentially jump in a kind of a bit of rotation? Yeah, or do you see him as a?
No, I definitely think he'll be in there for rotation, Paul. I mean, going in, like when you're reading off, I'm sure we'll do Liverpool's as well, but when you're reading off Arsenal's injuries, the amazing thing is you've not felt it. You've not felt these injuries. Like last season, we felt the injuries because we just point blank did not have the squad to be able to deal with it. This season, you're going through that list, and there's backup Saka. Saka's been out as well, and I mean it's crazy. The list that you've just said, and we're only 7 games into a season.
Yeah.
But we just seem to have the squad now, and it's what we've always cried for, Paul, to make happen. So I can see all the players getting rest, but I could also see all the team getting plenty of minutes, because I actually expect, Paul, and I actually think we are good enough to go on all 4 fronts this season. I think, so like even the domestic cups, I think and we've got a brilliant team to be entering them. Even dropping the first 11, there's still a backup team there that could go deep in. So I do see Nkapie. He definitely, he will be coming in like the square as well. I do expect to see Gabriel and Saliba rested during matches. They don't have to play 3 times in a week, every week. They don't have to. Because these guys are good, Paul. They're like, these signings have been brilliant. I'm excited for Nkapie. I've not watched him like yet fully, but the reviews that I've heard about him, he's a top defender. I know he's young, but a top defender. So yeah, and it looks like I'm on one for a second because Paul's dropped out. But so I'll keep rambling on for a bit. But yeah, it's exciting times. It really is exciting times for Arsenal, and I'm really looking forward to. I'm really looking forward to this game, but a bit apprehensive. So we'll dive back into the chat just while Paul's getting signal back. Where did we go up to? So we've got Mr. Tom and Dan. Right, we've got Brian. Rumour is that Havertz is coming back sooner than expect. Brian, I saw that today, and that's absolutely like amazing news. I saw that Arsenal really over the moon of like how he's bounced back. So it's fantastic. And yes, I don't want to start singing that song, Brian, but you're absolutely right. And then we've got Emerson. Big up to you, bro. Paul Jesus has an outside chance to play in the Carabao Cup against Brighton. Really, is he really got a chance coming back that quick, Emerson? That's crazy. I thought, when does the Carabao Cup start? I thought he was out until like the end of January. Let us know, Emerson. That's quite interesting in that. But he's coming back. But it's great news that Havertz is going to be jumping back in a lot quicker. And yeah, the squad is it's absolutely fantastic. 2 seconds, guys. So yeah, the squad's amazing, and as Paul was touching on there, the amount of injuries that Arsenal have had, and the narrative's changing as well on the Premier League. But the number of injuries that Arsenal have had, and we're still competing. So it's absolutely fantastic, and the host is back. I'm switching you around, and you're doing it again. Paul, I'll do it.
Right, okay, there. so my can you hear me? Is that right?
Yeah. Everything's good. Everything's good.
I'm now on a new machine. My little experiment of going into the garage ended in defeat. PC just literally died and just blue screening and just didn't like it. So there you go. I'm back in my usual place. But where was we when I dropped off?
We were just talking about. We were going through you went through the injuries and Nkapie, talking about Nkapie.
Yeah.
So I gave my take while you were rushing upstairs and getting on your new machine and stuff. So you go.
Yeah, no, like I said, I think you summed it up really well. I've kind of said it as well previously. It's there is a sense now that we've got the players that can make the difference. And as I said, there's no drop off from anyone that comes in. And as I said, I think when I crashed, actually, you said go on all 4 fronts, and I said, yeah, that is 100%. This is what we need to be doing, and this is why I think players will literally be getting swapped in, swapped out, and just ticked over. And it's something where we haven't had before, because again, the manager probably doesn't have the confidence to chuck them in and give shared kind of game time. Is that a negative on the manager? I don't think so. In this current way of being football fans and the negativity that surrounds every drop point and everything like that. And you look at it and you just think you do question it and you think, well, look, he's paid to win matches, and unfortunately, if you are seeing a drop off with players coming in and coming off the bench and they're not really giving the same performances, there's going to be a struggle there, isn't there, on that side? So. Yeah, I see that. I look at even Martinelli as well today when we're talking about coming back from internationals as well. He's just been playing in Tokyo, so again, managing minutes on that side as well. I think it's going to be key. That's why I've predicted Trossard to start.
Yeah, coming back from Tokyo is massive. I didn't realise that they were over there, but as I believe he scored, so
he scored.
He'll be coming back with a bit of confidence, Paul. He'll be coming back with a bit of confidence. But just like touching on the squad in that, Paul, and the manager, I don't think the manager can be blamed. And Brian will come back at me because I'm going to speak about his family, but. And actually, you can't even blame KSE, but there is restrictions for FFP, etc. So we've never been able to fast track it to get to this point of having a complete squad. And last season, we were at the end of that cycle, and we'll not mention the signing that we made because I don't want to upset myself during the podcast. And you know who I'm on about, Paul. But so last season, we had. I looked at it near the end of the game, and I think I counted. We had something like 5 defenders on our bench, and there was 0 attacking players on our bench. What is Arteta meant to do? And this is because obviously the injuries to Odegaard, Saka, Havertz, Jesus, like all our attacking players basically that were normally be on the bench or had to be on the pitch. So we're bringing on left backs. I remember Kieran Tierney played left wing, left back, and then he actually even went up to right back in one game, and he was a substitute. So when you look at it this season, Paul, and you see what's there, it's like, no, do you know what? We've got the squad. And I think, I'm not going to say that we've got the best 11, because that would be terrible for me to say that, the best 11 in the Premier League. But we've got the best squad in the Premier League. We've got a better squad than Man City. And we've definitely got a better squad than, 100 times better squad than Liverpool.
But look, the only difference we have, look, so when we're talking about that, look, we've got a defence. We've got a part of our game that actually works properly, and that obviously helps win matches. I mean, we've had year upon year of having the mantra, "We'll score more than you." We've always had that kind of thing where we've kind of almost had it. Yeah, well, we've had a couple of good defenders here and there, but we've always been in that kind of thing of like, yeah, we're too easy to play against. They've picked us off with a sucker punch or whatever. It's always been soft. We've always given away cheap goals and silly goals, just overall through the years. To see it now, how we are. I mean, look, Liverpool can only have so much luck going forward with the way they've been playing over the first 7 games of this season. You can't keep scoring 3 goals every game. You know, it looks like that, and even Man City are still leaking in goals. They do struggle. Yeah, they had to park the bus against us. It is what it is. But yeah, overall, I think you're right. The squad is fantastic. But yeah, look, we're going to quick chat quickly, and then I'll just go on. Brian said rumor is that Havertz is coming back sooner than expected. Yeah, he's showing signs of doing well. 60 million down the drain. Emerson's just put on. Jesus has an outside chance to play in the Carabao Cup against Brighton.
When is that, Paul?
That is about the 28th or 29th. I can't remember. It's one of the, I think it's
This
the
month? I thought he was back January.
No, not the Carabao. No, that's it'd be here. Then
No, I
it'll
thought
be.
he was meant to be January though.
Oh
He's
well, Jesus. No, I think he's been kind of right on the. Been training for quite some time.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, but no, I don't know. But look, he's gonna have to be dripped in. And I said, look, if we can get him kind of almost playing some kind of tune, anyway, I'll tell you what, it's another little arrow to stick in and chuck at other teams as well with the pressing and stuff.
100%. But even that, Paul, I wouldn't be disappointed if he was on my bench or he was starting a game. I would not be disappointed.
No, you know what you're going to get with him.
Exactly, 100%. Do you know, and this is why I'm saying we've got the best squad. Do you know what? We've got probably two almost wonder kids at our football club, and we're struggling to give them freaking game time or even get them on our bench. Yeah. I mean, that's quite good for them. Well, maybe not so much for Ethan, but for Max, it's maybe good that you could just nourish them and get them through a pace. But this is ridiculous. We're stacked, Paul. We are stacked.
Oh, we are. But again, like I said, and people, I've had this with people, and they're saying about we're Arsenal Football Club. Yeah, we're a massive club. We are massive. Why are some fans really kind of almost wanting to pin massive hopes on, and almost to a degree of that he's our best one and he's the be all and end all to get us through games? And you're asking about Wanyeri, you're asking about Dalman. Yeah. Why are we putting this much pressure on those people that young? Yes, all right. I say, look, Dalman obviously has incredible talent. You can only have to listen to what people in and around him are saying about him, the performances at his age. Yeah, it's unbelievable. Yeah, look, this is one of those kind of players, the generational players that you always talk about. But yeah, look, we are bigger than that. We shouldn't be. We should be bringing them in at their own pace. And it could have, and no one knows about Wanyeri as well. There could be issues again. I was trying to there was a documentary somewhere. I can't remember where I was watching it about youngsters and obviously the kids, and we're talking about, obviously, again, I know from my coach that's a look about how players develop and stuff, and they're obviously at different times. It could be the fact that he's going through a growth spurt. You know what I mean? Or little things. There could be little things that kind of going against or with the body. You don't really know. And
not so much an injury, more like growth. But I think, I have to Smith Rowe.
It's Smith Rowe. I was going to use that as my example.
Sorry, I didn't mean that.
No, it's all right. No, but that 100%. And unfortunately, the rigors and the pressures and the intensity of playing for a team like Arsenal ended up coming to bite him on the backside, unfortunately, because he just couldn't get a break. He couldn't get clear of his injury or his body either say growing or whatever's kind of happening, and he couldn't steer clear of it. And like I said, when he come out and said it, he needed to be happy again, and that's why he left. And obviously, it's fitting that we get a chance to actually see him, all right, in a white shirt for Fulham. But look, he'll always have an affinity with our fan base, 100%. But I remember that comment was, what's his name? What's the manager's name? It's gone. Fulham manager. What's his name? Silva, that's it. He come out and said Arteta will regret selling him. Obviously, I don't think Arteta actually wanted to actually sell him entirely himself, but it was one of those where he's like, I've got to please the player. The player wants to go. He wants to play football.
we've had to release him, and we got some money for him. But I hope we were wise enough to have chucked in a clause.
I said that at the time, Paul.
Yeah.
But see the thing as well, Paul, because he's came through Hale End, that's maybe one of the reasons that Arsenal have been able to spend some of the money that we have, because that obviously, that sale goes straight on your books, and then that means that you could then go and spend like about 5 times that amount over the FFP period or PSR period. I'm not sure the difference between the two, to be honest, but I don't want to get in it. But it's definitely it's. I hope there's a buyback clause on him. I hope that he makes it. And do you know what? He was a wonderful. He was absolutely brilliant for Arsenal. And do you know what? In our darkest days, I would say probably not complete darkest days, but on the start Arteta coming in, Paul, he really. It was him and Saka, and they were pushed. And that's how, as we were saying about Ethan and Max, where we're not having to do that, we were having to do that with Smith Rowe. And
they were a breath of fresh air in that period of
100%.
Real uncertainty.
Yeah, 100%, Paul. And I think Ethan and Max would be playing in the freaking first team if it was back then as well right now. And it just shows how far that we've came. And I'm sure we'll get to see plenty of them this season in the cups and stuff. And they're good enough, Paul. I believe that. I honestly, genuinely believe that Arteta, you will not see players stupidly getting used in the 5th game of the Champions League when we've qualified for the next stage, like keeping Saka on for 90 minutes or whatever, because we've already qualified. You're going to see these kids come in, and Saka will get his break because the result will not matter.
Yeah.
Plus, I just think previous, Paul, we've never had this option. We have never had this where we could do this with our bench, mate.
No, 100%. Just finish up. Hincapié will not. What is that? Will be available if he doesn't break down for the Brighton. If he doesn't break down for the Brighton match. So to the end of the month, I imagine. I think they'll be building him up. I think he'll probably get like a 10-minute kind of spell in the games, moving on. But I'll tell you what, we've got some massive games coming up. I think it's crazy with the amount. I mean, certainly the home games as well. What was it? We've got. Let me just pull it up quickly. I was looking at it like last week, and I was like, when it first come on. Yeah, so obviously Tuesday we know about Atletico. Obviously Palace then at home, then the League Cup on the Wednesday, that is the 29th, and then follow it up. We're on the first with Burnley away. So it's going to be an interesting period. As I said, look, 5 games, but I think I actually looked at it at the start of this month, and you suddenly thought about it, and you had obviously West Ham included in that as well.
Yeah.
But then, it's a lot of games, and certainly at home as well. So it's a real chance to cement ourselves at the top, really.
100%.
No, it'll be an interesting one. How we manage everything as well, going from Champions League to League as well. Really crucial. And then going into that Christmas period or December and November. Oh, dear.
See, the one player that I've not heard much about coming back is Norgard. Have you heard anything on him?
I've not heard anything, but I tend to prefer hearing nothing to make me think that he's all right and he's just there and he'll be kind of on the bench. I think he'll be. I don't think we've got any injuries to him, has it? Or did he pick up a knock?
No, I think he picked up a knock and he's been missing. But it's just on a couple of fronts. We've got obviously I don't want Zubimendi playing every minute, every game, and him breaking down. But also, I think Norgaard's got something to offer this team. I think I thought that was a brilliant signing to replace Jorginho, if I'm being honest. Or is it? Yeah, I would say it was to replace Jorginho. I think Zubimendi's replaced Partey, but so yeah, I think he's got a lot to offer, especially in the cups and that. So it would be good if he is not injured and back. But Emerson, if you know anything, let us know, mate.
Yeah, it looks like there's no injury, so I imagine he's going to be with the squad. He's not in the official. He's not in the official kind of injury list. We've got 5 out. Liverpool got 5 out. So yeah, we won't have them saying, "Oh, we've had injuries." Oh dear, I don't know.
They're 5 out. Beautiful. I'm sorry to say that, but I do not care. I'm not going to be shameless in this.
Yeah, couldn't give a damn about their injuries.
Yeah,
but but it is what it is. Like I said, it'll be good just to keep getting these players coming back and trickling them in, give them a little bit of playing time. Yeah, most of the players will be at the training ground tomorrow and have fitness assessment. Yeah, so
that'd be standard after international.
Yeah, check in and just go from there. But yeah, like I said, I don't think Martinelli will be playing. I don't think he'll be starting. I'd be very surprised if he started, because, like I said, that was Tuesday night. Then a flight back, whatever. He scored. They were 2-0 up, and they lost 3-2. So it'll be an interesting one just to see what he does with them. But I'm happy with just literally not risking him and kind of almost keeping him for Atletico, because I think that is going to be a crucial one. And if we're going to pick up 3 points, that's one to really set ourselves up for qualification, or certainly getting high up the table. Brian says you love Raheem Sterling. I agree. Pretty sure you're a Sterling fan, but we'll leave it a no comment, shall we? Richard Morgan, how you doing, Richard? Good times for us. Yep, certainly is. Arteta needs to show he can rotate and use the whole squad. Yeah, I think we said that, Mark, didn't we? I think he is. I think he is doing it. I think the midfield again. We've seen when he's kind of almost rotated and played, even like Marino, and this is another one. And we'll go into predicted lineups. I've got him down as being one of my 3 midfielders on Saturday. Marino, another 2 goals for Spain in the last game. What do you make of him? He's not a defensive midfielder, is he? In the grand scheme of things,
you're still holding on to that, are you? Do you know what? He's an absolute machine. I just don't know what to make him, Paul. I really don't. I don't know what. Like, has this been part of his journey? Has he always done this? It's like, where is all these goals coming from? Where's all these goals coming from? It's mental, absolutely mental. And he steps up the clinical goals as well. But I'm not going back to the Man City game, Bill. We can touch on it if you want to. But if you want to, but yeah, he's incredible. And do you know what? See if Declan Rice drops to the bench, there's a player that can come in, and I'm looking at the team starting lineup, and I'm not absolutely devastated. I'm not devastated that Mourinho's going into the box to box position. So it just shows the depth. We did touch on it, Richard. We're stacked everywhere now, mate. We're stacked everywhere, and I don't think you could go through this Arsenal squad right now and pick out any players and say, I wouldn't want them at my football club. And I can't remember the last time I'd done that.
Yeah.
If we get some minutes, yeah. So Norgaard is back. That's brilliant news.
He played for Denmark, Richard said. So, yeah, so he completed his match. So, yeah, so
Perfect.
Yeah, all good, no issues. And I think it's one of the very rare that we come out of an international break with no other injuries.
I can't remember the last time, Paul.
I know. Yeah, there was a stat. Someone come up and said it was I don't know, a couple of years or a few years where we've kind of every single break we've always had someone come back with some form of injury. But yeah, it's going to be it's all going to be down to fitness and being able to deal with it as Richard said. It's but as I said, there's a player there as well for him. So yeah, I think it'll be good to see him come in. And I think he'll probably come to fore as we look to come into December and into January. I think these new signings will start maturing a bit more in the Arsenal way as we go on through the season. So I won't be too. I'm not going to get too over the top on everything performances now. It's all about 3 points and winning those matches. Couldn't care less on performance if it looks polished or not. As long as someone sticks the ball in the back of the net and gets the 3 points, I'm happy. And then we can start looking to grow. Now we've got the points on the board. It's just now making sure that we deal with these games as they're coming off now. The next 3-4 games crucial. Can we make 9-12 points out of the 3 or 4 games?
Yeah. But do you know what? I think that I had a look at the fixtures today. I can't remember. I think there's West Ham. Palace is in there, yeah. So Fulham, Palace, West Ham, Sunderland. We need to take 12 points. If we got title.
Not West Ham. We just play West Ham.
So
what it is?
Sorry.
So,
who am I missing?
So Fulham, Palace, Burnley,
that's it. Burnley.
Sunderland, and then we have the North London derby after that, after another international break.
Yeah, the international break, and then that. So, but going into that international break, Arsenal should be looking at 12 points. But this is probably the bit where we could say we could go and play the top 6 sides and like Arsenal win. And normally we drop points at this stage. As you said, last season, 14 draws. These are the games that we draw. And Fulham, Palace is going to be tricky. Palace is at home this time though, but Palace is tricky. They're like a.
Oh, they're another team that they obviously travel well. The fans are very well represented all the time.
Sorry.
They create a right old noise and a proper atmosphere, and they always seem to rise up a little bit. And obviously you've got Nketiah as well coming back as well. He's got a point to prove. There's an axe to grind on that side. Does he want to really show what he can do? Now that obviously we obviously let him go. Look, when in contrast you look at Liverpool playing Man United on Sunday, Brentford away, Palace at home, like us, Villa at home, and then Man City away. And you look at it like that and you think, look, if our games are winnable, imagine what it looked like if we do actually get those points on the board and there are drop points along the others, and you do question it. You think it's a great chance to kind of push on and move on, but it's up to the team now. It's up to everyone to show what they're about and how good they actually are, and we go from there. But what's your predicted lineup, Mark?
I think so. Coming back from international duty, I would say go with Brian's favourite goalkeeper, David Raya, Timber. I think Saliba, Gabriel will be the strong lineup. Definitely Calafiori as well. Midfield, I still think I'll be solid. Mind you, we're going into Atletico, so you've got to think of that as well. But we mix up a bit. I don't know, Paul. Will he mix this up? Will he kind of maybe drop a couple of these guys? Zubimendi, I would put in possibly Mourinho. We'll have to play Saka. Be Madueke being out. But imagine he's then not be on the bench and that'll possibly get thing. Knowing that Martinelli's coming back from Tokyo, I would definitely say it's Trossard. I mean, that's got to be a gimme. And Joker is up top. I could see it. I don't think I'll be wholesale, but I think that maybe Declan Rice getting a breather and Martinelli.
See now, yeah. So I basically went for Raya in goal, Calafiori, Saliba, Gabriel, and White, and I kind of put a thing on about Hincapié. If he's available, he could go and slot in, but is it too much to start a game? Probably is. So he might get.
Gabriel travelled as well, obviously, didn't he?
Yeah. So you may see potentially. Again, I don't. Yeah, I'm guessing Hincapié didn't actually travel as well. I'm guessing being injured, he's actually injured, and he didn't actually go and travel. It's not like the one that he's injured for us, and then they still call him up and then try and play him. So it'd be interesting just to see what they all look like after coming back. Again, the assessments obviously tomorrow. You'll know more. I said Rice, Solanka probably. And then you're looking at Eze or Marino to kind of come in and kind of pick up that kind of Odegaard kind of void. We just spoke about Zubimende, whether or not we want to rest him or give him a little breather. Does that potentially mean we could play? Well, we could see a midfield with Rice, Eze, or Mourinho. So I don't know. It'd be an interesting one to see. You got the physicality with Marino, and then you got obviously Rice in there as well. With Eze being able to kind of have the license to move forward and get in and around in those advanced areas. But front three: Saka, Gyökeres and Trossard, as I said. So I think Emerson's gone slightly the other way. Just replaced Timber, Rice, Eze, and Zubimende. So like I said, I think we know whoever he picks, it's going to be a really good, strong team. I think just in general, and as I say, that's all we ask for now. Make sure we're 100% competitive and we turn up as if we need to win a match. Yeah, not of 2023. We need to actually turn up and actually play for 70 minutes minimum. Get the job done, manage the game. I think obviously we're a lot better now at obviously game management. I think if we go 1-0 up after 5-10 minutes, I am a lot more comfortable that we will keep that under control now.
Yeah.
But it's one of those. I think we'll have a surprising performance today. Hopefully, the good surprising side of things. So
there's no reason not to, Bob, because again, I mean, we're reading out the players of like the protective lineups, but there is genuinely 24 good players there to go through, to bring in, and there's genuinely like brilliant players there that can come in. So whatever he decides to do, I'm not going to be overly concerned. I mean, if Norgard starts, he's got minutes in his legs and he's able to start in midfield. Zubimende gets dropped. I'm not going to be disappointed. We're playing Fulham, and although that I'm a bit, it's just a place I don't like going to. But you could rest your stars and have them. I'm not saying that these guys aren't stars, if you know what I mean, but you could have them on the bench and after 60 minutes change it up. Or like you say, if we go 1-2-0 up, then you can whip these players off, your Sakas and etc., and give people rest. So it's an exciting time to be an Arsenal fan. It really is an exciting time.
Yeah, no, definitely. Obviously, Fulham, look, they've been less consistent. I would say that's probably a fair word. At home, they've shown proper resilience. They are unbeaten still at Craven Cottage as well this season. And yeah, look, the atmosphere is when it actually gets going, and they've got something to really kind of get behind. It's quite a good ground to be at. But it's away from home. They've got vulnerabilities. Obviously, they've lost two in a row on the road, and they're going to go into this game now without Lukic and Muniz as well. Probably two of their main contributors. So I think they're going to look to really set in. I don't know, and make it really kind of dogged for Arsenal. I don't know if they're going to really try and just really set up really tight, and no doubt they're going to have to put in a big shift to kind of get something from the game. But this is why I suddenly think it kind of almost plays into our hands a bit more. Because, like I said, injuries have affected them as well. But look, we're more equipped to kind of handle that kind of deficit than those. So, yeah, how do you think Fulham would set up? They're not gonna go out and really attack us, are they? I think we're going to be kind of low blocking, kind of we're trying to unpick the lock, aren't we?
Yeah, I mean, see, the last couple of visits that we've had there, Paul, I've kind of felt that they've kind of tried to do a kind of balance between the two, and they've had success out of it, and that's not just against Arsenal. They've obviously named other teams as well, but I think that they will do a low block and then just try to counter again on us. But I do see Arsenal getting a lot more of the ball and will have control of the game, but I still think they're dangerous. And yeah, as I say, it's like one of that and Palace are probably the two stadiums I never feel comfortable going in, because it is the type of places Arsenal will drop points.
Yeah. Do you think Al Smith Rowe will start against us?
Well, I don't know. I don't think he started much this season either, has he? He's I think that he's still like getting used off the bench, if I'm not mistaken. So, so if that's the case, then maybe not. But you would expect to see him come on, and I'm sure that you would really love to do well as well against Arsenal, to show the fans what he's still got.
With injuries, I'm guessing there's those options available now for him. So that's why I'm kind of guessing now. It's like almost kind of written in the stars for him, because they've picked up some injuries. Yeah, obviously there's a couple of injuries in the attacking side, but certainly midfield obviously picked up some injuries. I think they had did they have an injury to who's the Nigerian midfielder? Forgotten his name. No, it's gone. I think he come off injured anyway. I've read about it before, but
right.
Let's have a look. Tete.
Tete, that's it, Tete.
So he was one that's, I think it was Tete. Yeah, whatever. It's one of those that I think it come over, and he's come off. So again, there'll be positions available for him. Yeah.
Do you know what I would like to see?
There you go, Emerson. Chukwueze. Is that Chukwueze? Is that his name? Chukwueze?
Oh, what you said that, Paul.
Yeah. I'll be the one gets the pelters. I wondered if he'd actually picked up a knock as well. I thought I read something that he might be potentially doubtful, but as I said, if he does play, then no, it'll be an interesting one. It's certainly one to watch, I think.
I'd like to see Smith Rowe get his career going. He's got great talent, and I just hope that he doesn't end up in a story like Jack Wilshere. I really hope that is not the case for him. And it just seems. I mean, I thought when he left Arsenal, he would walk straight into this Fulham side, but it still seems like there's something struggling. And this kid was good enough to walk into our side.
Yeah.
So I just love to see him get, but obviously not against us, but I would love to see him just really get going. And you're right, Paul. The Arsenal fans have loads of affection for Smith Rowe, and that'll never change whatsoever. So I just hope that he can get his career going and really make it up for him and be in that first team and playing week in, week out.
Yeah. And like I said, I think the end game for all our fans. I would probably say with regards to him that he does do well. Not in this game. He does well for Fulham, and he ends up back at Arsenal through merit. I think that would be an interesting one to see. Someone's come in, he's earned his stripes, he's been able to play regularly, he's grown as a player. He's been taken out of his comfort zone. Again, it's all been very samey from Hale End. A change of system, a change of all the stuff that kind of goes with being a professional footballer, from diet to obviously the fitness side of things. All of that's changed for him. So if he picks that up and he gets on the pitch and starts enjoying football and actually getting the minutes and actually making telling contributions, then look, there's always that potential opportunity that down the line something may come of that. But yeah, we're disappointed that he went. But I think everyone's kind of knows it's look, there's a reason why, because there was a lot of resentment about it as well, weren't there? It was one of those where, why is he sold him? Why has he sold him? It's like, well, I think you can see kind of why. Again, you can't rely on him. But again, you have to have that quality. You have to have that telling kind of finish. You know, you've got to be able to kind of make it happen.
Do you know what? I was actually one of the ones at the time when we sold them that actually thought, it's the right thing to do. I never thought, I tell you what you doing getting rid of Smith Rowe. He'd been out the side for 18 months almost, and he just wasn't able to get back and break in. And so and if you look, Paul, I'm going to be sentimental towards players, but at the same time, I want Arsenal Football Club to go on and win Premier Leagues and Champions Leagues and FA Cups, Carabao Cups. I want them to win everything. You'll not get that being sentimental.
Yeah.
So for me, I actually felt it was the right decision, and it's proven it's right. If he can't, the last season was a full season at Fulham, and he didn't really have a massive run of games at Fulham. So what would he have done at Arsenal?
Yeah.
What he wouldn't have got in. It was absolutely the correct decision to sell him.
Yeah, definitely. And look what we've kind of achieved by obviously getting the money in. So yeah. No sentiment in football. That is 100%. I suppose you best go to predictions, Mark. What?
Yeah, I think it's going to be. I don't think this is going to be a big scoreline at all, Paul. We're not conceding goals, which is beautiful to see. So again, it's obviously got to be to 0. So I'm going to go 2-0, Paul. I think it's not going to be like a 3-4-5-0, anything silly like that. But I just think, as you say, do you know what? I don't care. Just get out there with the 3 points. we move on. That's the only thing that matters. But for me, prediction, I'm going 2-0, mate.
Okay. Just to make sure and to prove my one, let's just have a quick look. Let's just processing in the background. Just bear with us a minute. I went 2-0 as well.
Oh, did you? Right. Okay. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a big one, but
no, I even said, look, a goal from Saka, clean sheet, and Trossard. If he's comes in and he's firing, if he's on the game, then it's going to be him. But yeah, we'll have to see. And then a late goal from one of the substitutes if Fulham decide to go for it. So yeah, and my words were, it won't be easy. Fulham will fight, but the depth, momentum, and our belief as well should kind of tip it in our favour. So yeah, come on, you Gunners, and let's make the trip count. Obviously, Arsenal fans are going along the river as well. The annual boat ride along the Thames. Right. So the Red Action group obviously have done that, got that set up. So they've got 3 boats going down the river all the way down before the game. So that'll be quite a good.
How long is that journey?
I don't actually know. I've not done it. The first time was when we went. We took the little the route up to Battersea. So yeah. I don't think it's long. But as I said, it's it's a good old experience. And certainly
experience.
Go down there. Go on the boat. You've got a few drinks, and you pull up, and then you're at the ground, and it's. Nice. It's
no taxis, no buses.
No, just how it should be. But it's good. But yeah, definitely 2-0. Emerson's gone 3-1 to the Arsenal. So again, I think it just depends on the start as well, doesn't it? How we set out. Is it going to be cagey? Is it not? It's opinions. But that's it. But no.
I just think, Paul, just see we have our defence. That's the one bit of confidence that I've got with the goalkeeper and the defence. I just see Arsenal being able to shut them out.
Yeah.
But it's making sure, can we break them down? That's the thing, can we break them down? And that's where the game's going to be either drawn or won, in my opinion. I cannot see Fulham coming away with 3 points at all. But is it we going to drop 2 points up Fulham? And that's where my thing is. But with as you said, with the substitutions that we've got, with the squad, the whole entire squad we've got, we should be able to go there. And the momentum's there as well, Paul. The momentum.
Yeah. I just look at the quality as well. Just look at just Saka, just the way he's played, the way he's come back from this injury, and he's just. Anytime he has the football, who's mentioned it on the show last night or someone mentioned it? Was it in the group? I don't know about Saka not having say like 2 players on him all the time.
Yeah, that was mentioned. Des actually mentioned that. In the green room, and it got mentioned actually on the podcast, because Gyökeres is there, they're concentrating on Gyökeres to stop him.
Oh, that was it. It was a voice. He left a voice note, didn't he?
Yeah.
Voice note. That's it.
So,
I caught that. So
they're concentrating on Gyökeres because of the threat of Gyökeres, which is actually freeing up Saka, which is absolutely ideal. It's exactly what we need and what we want. So it's well noticed. But yeah. Yeah, it was mentioned on the show last night as well.
Yeah, but I think he's gonna have a real important part to play as well. at the weekend as well. And as I said, I think a lot's been made about his apparent lack of goals. I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered about the goals. What I'm bothered about is us winning, getting 3 points each time. I'm not worried. If he's causing chaos up top and he's making runs, he's putting players in and around all over the park, I'm happy. Well, if that's the case, the goals will come. The goals will come. But at the minute, like I said, they're having something else to think about now, and that's more important. And yeah, I won't have any kind of bad things said about him as a player, just in general, because what is the point? What are you trying to get out of it? Are you trying to get a narrative that it should have been someone else? You know, it's I don't know. It's a bit it's all a bit strange. But again,
it is, Paul. Do you know what? I'm actually going to flip-flop a bit on this, and I'm going to openly admit this, right? I had the dream transfer window, and I spoke about getting Sesko in rather than Gyökeres, and the reason for it was not that I think that Sesko's a better player than Gyökeres. It was because of the low block, the height of Sesko, power. I felt that it's a different option for Arsenal to get crosses in the box and there'd be another top player on the end of it to put the ball in the back of the net. Actually, getting Gyökeres now, I would absolutely change my opinion on it. What he is doing, the runs, the movement, and everything he's doing, and as that point that Des pointed out, it's freeing up so Saka's not getting doubled up on, which is absolutely fantastic. So we're winning football games because of him. He doesn't have to have direct contact with that ball. His presence and his runs are opening up space for other people on the pitch. So, and on top of that, you also have to, when you come into a system, and I don't think people appreciate how complicated an Arteta system is. I've been watching Arsenal and I still freaking don't know at times what players are doing, where he tries to do the overloads, etc. So a player to come in and after a few weeks just be like, there you go, you're with your new teammates, oh, brilliant. I remember newspapers years and years ago, Paul, and I'll stop at this bit. Like any nonsense spoken about Gyökeres in front of me, I'd be like grabbing serious words with you. But I remember years and years ago, me signed a certain Dennis Bergkamp. And I was excited about Dennis Bergkamp. And I think it was about his 9th game or something like that. He hadn't scored in the media and everybody's ripping in, wasting money, what use was getting, all the rest of it. And he smashes one in the top corner and doesn't look back. Leave it, guys. Leave it.
Yeah, he scored 2, didn't he? He scored 2 against Southampton. I was sitting there as a junior gunner.
But
front row actually. I was on Match of the Day. If you can, well, I wouldn't say if you can find footage. Every kind of footage I try to look at. Bear in mind, you're looking at this 1995, 96, whatever.
Exactly.
But I don't know if it's just me, but you look at these kind of things. Even you go back to like looking at like 1998, and you're looking at the double, and you're going back and you're thinking, bloody these. The videos of the game look so like old, and it's like you're watching like 1970 footage, and it's like, well, it's just crazy. So me trying to spot me in the crowd, and I remember me just jumping up, and as they kind of jumped up in the air, there's me as it pans there, and I'm just literally just like some spotty teenager, dancing around. But yeah, number one, my best player at that point, my favorite player, pretty much. I think all time.
Yeah, mine by a mile.
Yeah,
absolutely mile. I loved him beforehand. I used to watch a lot of international football when I was younger, and a bit of Italian football and that as well. And And then when he came in, I was stoked. Him and Overmars, because Overmars was absolutely phenomenal as well for me. I loved that Dutch side, and I was absolutely stoked for when he came in. So I'm reading these narratives, which was newspapers, by the way, but no chance I would have had a mobile phone back then. It was newspapers, but when you're reading this nonsense and look what he went on to do, and he is like, for me, one of the greatest Arsenal player of all time. Even above Henry. Henry's close, but it's him. He's just God, in my opinion. So Gyökeres could turn to, like, anybody speaking bad about Gyökeres is just off the. You're just trying to run an agenda. Just leave it.
Yeah, well said there. I think that wrapped up. Unless you think of anything else you want to kind of chat about, mate.
No.
One final detail.
Oh, excellent.
Arsenal ladies are 1-0 up.
Super.
So, so well done to the women. And, let's get the 3 points. I know quite a few have gone over to Benfica, so it'll be quite good. A good little trip, that is.
Yeah.
But, yeah. There you go. What have we got coming next? What's going on?
Des and Richard are been dropping their top 5 defenders. That was dropped. I think it was Tuesday. Was that Monday or Tuesday? I think it was Tuesday. But I know the guys have got tomorrow night. Sorry, I'll be the women's preview, kind of preview show. The women's show's tomorrow night with Ange and the guys. I think that's around 8 o'clock. Saturday we'll have the watch along for the game. And then Sunday, I'm sure you've got a pretty big announcement for Sunday, Paul.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure it's going to be there for Sunday, but yeah, we're trying to big up and revamp Sundays, and not just Sundays. I think it can be a bit more fluid, but we're looking at bringing in a quiz platform to the channel, to the community, which should get a fair amount of banter going on the groups. And amongst all in the community. So, yeah, it's going to be Arsenal related. Fastest to the buzzer kind of questions. You get leaderboards. Eventually, down the line, we'll have some top prizes and stuff to go through. But we want to just kind of get the interaction going first of all, and get people getting involved and do it. But yeah, we'll have all different kind of topics and whatever, whether or not anyone has any suggestions or things to run with, and then we'll see who is our monthly, quarterly, and annual quizzer or top gooner with their knowledge and fastest fingers.
I look forward to that. I think that'll be really good. I can't wait for that. Quizzes are brilliant, and especially if you add in a bit of Arsenal. So, one of your better ideas, Paul.
Is it? Well, you try your best, and sometimes you don't succeed. So it's almost a play on Coldplay, then, wasn't there?
Yeah. I'll be back next week. I'll be back next week with Braveheart and then 20 minutes short. I'm not sure what. At the moment, it's almost hard to squeeze a podcast in because somebody's we're all doing stuff. But hopefully next week there's going to be a big announcement as well. Rather than have Gunner to Gunner, we have the probably the worst and best duo that you could have going on to a podcast. So that news will be coming out in the coming days.
Very interesting.
It is, Paul. It's going to be carnage. As soon as you find out who it is,
you'll have to drop me a message.
Yeah, I will do. I will definitely do it. But say, yeah. So that's it. That'll hopefully kick in some point next week. But yeah, that's going to be good. It's going to be good. I look forward to that.
Okay, good. Yeah, no, it's all good. Right, well, this is the end of the preview show. We've done our predictions. We spoke a bit of Arsenal, which is good. Yeah, it isn't going to be long. We've got one more day, and then it's the weekend. And yeah, thanks to Mark. Yeah, brave heart. Rest up, and hope work goes well for you tomorrow, better than today. And yeah, thanks everyone in the chat room for listening. And yeah, stay tuned for further content. As I said, if anyone watching doesn't follow the channel, please subscribe to it. Will help us out massively. And if anyone is interested in the quiz and getting involved, then yeah, let us know in the groups or on X, and then we'll get the information out. But there'll be a full update with regards to the quiz anyway soon, just to let you know what's kind of going on. But thank you everyone, and yes, come on you Arsenal, and yeah, get 3 points.
Come on, you Gunners.
It's all about the 3 points, isn't it? All about the 3 points.
Only thing that matters.
See you later, everyone.